Hey Taurus, welcome to your February 2021 general love reading. I'm going to do things a little differently this for February. I think it's really important that in order to understand the relationships around us, it's helpful to understand the relationship that we have with ourselves. So I'm going to be starting these readings off with you, what is to come the month ahead for you. And then about midway through, we're going to get into your person. So if you don't want to hear about the general, you for the month of February, then just click midway through. However, I have found that these are very, very helpful because it kind of streamlines everything straight into the relationship dynamic, and it all kind of flows together. So, again, just kind of take what resonates and drop what doesn't. Thank you so much for those of you that do a thumbs up if the video does resonate with you, because it helps circulate it to the individuals that might also need to hear the messages coming through. So thank you so much for that and for all your guys' support. I love you guys lots. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. Let's start off with the dice. Let's see. 10, Taurus, and Moon. So for some of you, for the month of February, some of you, this might be an actual placement for you. Some of you might actually have your Moon in Taurus as well as your Sun sign, or your person could have their Moon in Taurus. If neither of those things are applicable for you, this can just mean taking a more practical approach to your emotions for the month of February. And there's number 10. So 10 is typically right before we begin another cycle. So this is kind of like finishing stuff up one last time, or just drawing things to a completion. Also, this could be the 10th of February that something starts to manifest itself. So obviously, as the reading goes on, we'll find out some more information that could be applicable to this. But 10th house can also be 10th house of career, finances, stuff like that. So you're standing in the public, things like that. So yeah, let's get into the general reading and see what else we have. So Taurus, your overall energy for the month of February is discover your life purpose. And one of the things that I wanted to say, because when I was kind of meditating on your guys' energy before the reading, I kind of get like this heavy feeling. Like there's a lot of you that are experiencing a lot of sadness, grief for some of you, bereavement type things, and or some of you just really harsh negative thinking. So I think you guys will be moving into February kind of with that energy. For others of you, some of you may have actually like lost someone close to you. Someone may have died. And if that's the case, I'm really sorry to hear that. For others of you, I think this is the loss of a partner, the loss of someone that you were really close with. And as an effort to kind of take a step back and to really evaluate where you're at, I feel like a lot of you are starting to take stock in maybe hobbies or interests that you had dropped before, or had decided that you were no longer going to pursue for whatever reason. I see a lot of you re-engaging with things that really you were interested in that you just kind of, you dropped. And you're going to try again. I can see that you've been through a lot of challenges in the past, and you're trying your best just to create peace, is what I get. Peace in your life by discovering the things that really bring you happiness and joy. Typically, I'll only draw one, but two of these decided to pop out. So one of the things with reading for the collective is that you get several different energies coming in at once. So I'm going to try and streamline everything that I'm receiving as best as I can. So for a lot of you, there's a lot of curiosity moving into February. And I think for some of this, it can be related to your interests, picking up things that you had dropped before, or maybe just, it can be something like artistic, like singing, like you used to love to sing or write or play guitar or violin, that you stop doing, that you pick up again and find solace in. I find a lot of your guys' curiosity is going to be picked in the month of February. You're going to get interested in things again. However, there is a loss for some of you. Well, for majority of you, actually, there's a loss here. The loss of an actual person or of a relationship that either you cut off or someone cut off with you. But with the background, there's been a lot of confusion with this. There's been a lot of miscommunication, and this card definitely indicates that there's communication coming back around. So if you have been in no communication with someone as of late, because the relationship was cut off for whatever reason, I do feel like you will hear from this person again. Granted, once we get into the reading more, we'll definitely see further what's going on, but there's communication coming back around after there was no communication, and this was after you either cut somebody off or somebody cut you off. Honesty. Yeah, see, so a lot of this feeling, like this really heavy feeling that I got when I was focusing on you guys right before the reading, I feel like there may have been a period where you were not being totally honest with yourself as far as seeing the relationship for what it was, or maybe even accepting the loss of someone in your life, whether it be physical loss of someone or just the dissolution of a partnership with someone. It's like you're coming to terms and being honest about what this is for you and what it was for some of you. Yep, see, forgiveness. So a lot of you are just in that in-between mucky place, like where you're trying really, really hard to move on. It's almost like some of you are trying so hard just to like focus your energy elsewhere, but you're just so consumed with negative thinking, it's hard to either forgive yourself or this other person. And that's what's making this so difficult to move on from. Is like, it's almost like there needs to be some sort of communication in order for you to either truly move on or give this relationship a second try, which maybe that's where the number 10 is coming in. You need to know whether or not this is just done. Let me move on from this, or is this something that I'm going to re-engage with? Oh, wow. You got forgiveness twice. Okay. So again, I forgive myself. I am forgiven. This is really your thoughts, Taurus, are just in such, it's almost like your thoughts are just like consuming you with like the negativity aspect of it, if that makes sense. I hope that that's resonating for some of you, because this is really calling for you to get very honest about your thoughts and feelings, because it's like right there on the surface, ready for you to deal with. It's just a matter of whether or not you're going to deal with it. Boom, surrender negative thinking. Okay, so you have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. Easier said than done. I think, we can't all just surrender to negative thinking. It wasn't overnight that we developed bad thought patterns, so it's not going to be overnight that we can change them. However, I do feel like you're seeking alternative ways to drop this thought pattern that is just really consuming you. Let's see what the Lenormand has for you for the month of February. So you have courtship, mature man, coffin. Oh, so, okay, a couple different things coming up. There's a masculine energy that could have actually died. And for some of you, there's a masculine energy that wants to reach back out to you for the month of February. So again, we have another communication card. So that's our second clarification on that and validation of that. So somebody that you were involved with, you could have physically lost, or you are no longer currently partnered up with, but there's communication coming in from this person. And it's almost like you know about it, or you have a feeling about it. Because it's like you're expecting it, or somebody told you something, and your mutual friends. Yeah. It's like somebody told you something. This is interesting. Okay, let's see what else we got. For your energy, stability and security. So, yeah, I think a lot of you are going to be working on the root chakra for a lot of you, which is directly around security, stability. A lot of you are going to be focusing on your work and making that coin to kind of keep your mind off of stuff, but also that's where your fears are as well. So your thought processes, things like that. I think a lot of you are really going to start to choose to address those issues in the month of February. Moving into your love. So it looks like right when you start to shift your thought process and you start to forgive yourself or forgive the situation or the person that this involved. Oh my gosh. Seriously, forgiving and learning. Forgiving again. Good grief, Taurus. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. I don't know how much clearer that needs to get. Wow. So forgiveness in love relationships, that's crystal clear now. Religious factors. So your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So I feel like whoever this is referencing, you had some big differences. It could be differences in viewpoints, political point of views, religious point of views. There could have been an age difference, but there is a gap of difference, and it may have not even been like you may have really, really connected with this person, but on like one or two things, there was a big gap of just total difference in perception or how to live life, or, something to do with that. That's like it's a big deal when it comes to the stuff that is important to you or important to them that you could have potentially not always seen eye to eye on. But it doesn't necessarily mean that this was just fraught with differences. It could be just like one or two big factors for you that was big factors, big challenges for you guys to work on. Stay optimistic about your love life. What about that negative thinking? That's right. Stay optimistic about it. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Wow, this is just like clarification, validation. Let's get into your person. Returning. How about that, Taurus? Didn't I say that? How many message cards have we gotten? And now we have the masculine giving the feminine a flower. So that, yeah. I mean, I don't know how much more clear that needs to be. Distance. So there could be physical distance with this relationship, but there could also be emotional distance. This could be, you could be dealing with somebody who's just so emotionally and psychologically shut down to where it feels like there's a huge gap. Reminders. Your person is being reminded of this connection a lot. There's like sign after sign after sign. If you guys believe in synchronicities, or if your person does, this would definitely indicate that. Putting thoughts in my mind. So again, your person is always being reminded of you. But there's troubles ahead. So I saw this before earlier. There's like confusion and a lot of communication stuff. So, and maybe with the religious factors, maybe that's what it is. You guys might have a different way of, yeah, see, putting thoughts in my mind. There's something with like how you both perceive the world and how you communicate it. Because there's like a lot of love here, but there's a big difference in how you guys look at things and how that actually comes out and is received. Because it's like you might want to say something to your person, but your person doesn't always receive the message that you're trying to convey, if that makes sense. So it's almost like having to modify how you talk to each other. Pacify. Yeah, look at that. Okay, pacify. Yeah, because it's almost like you have to really nurture this situation, or if you hear from this person again, you need to tone down your communication, like how you talk to them, because it's like a communication thing of some sort. They perceive this to be like drama. I don't know why I'm getting like keeping up with the Kardashians. Is, is this connection kind of like the ebb and flow of keeping up with the Kardashians as far as like chaos and drama? Has there been a lot of drama or just like a lot of really, really high and low points maybe? Um, I mean, that'd be interesting. That'd be an interesting show for sure. So this person kind of perceives maybe that you can be dramatic sometimes, or you both might be acting like brats. Let's just keep it real. You both might be acting a little bratty. It's also possible because at the bottom of the deck here we have drinks. So it's either you met this person at a bar, or this person is going to invite you out for drinks. But there's something coming up. Like this person, when this person reaches out to you, they might try to connect with you by saying like, oh, what are you doing? Are you going out for drinks or whatever? Whatever the case may be, you either met this person through mutual friends at a bar, or when this person decides to come back in the month of February, they're going to propose something small, like an offer of something small, like, what are you doing tonight? Let's go out, type of thing. Let's see, let's get into the actual reading. So they perceive you to be, well, at least, yeah. You're not talking to this person currently, but they think that you have other options. They do think that this connection is independent on its own, like it can stand on its own, but it's almost, I don't know if people, like your mutual group of friends or something, had influenced this connection at all, as far as bringing it together and or enabling the downfall of it. But there's something with, they feel like you have a lot of options, and they also feel like you're independent, though. This person might really like your hair. And they might like I'm getting like structure of your body. So it's like they like your body type. Like they really like your just your overall physique. So yeah, this is okay. So this is the second confirmation of like a potential third party involvement. And this can be, third party doesn't have to be a person, but I'm getting like friends may have veered this relationship in a negative direction. It could be an actual third party or just this person working a lot, but I feel like with this specific energy, I feel like it was a person that had gotten involved and interfered with this. They definitely it's almost like, okay, I hope this resonates for some of you, but this person really, I'm not sure that they've ever experienced vulnerability like they did with you. Like, they love whatever facade you have out in the real world because it's so different than what it is when it's just you two. It's like that whole saying, well, this person isn't like that when it's just him and I or her and I. It's one of that kind of energy. Like, this person really loves the vulnerability that you show them. In addition to whatever you show the world around you guys. I hope that that resonates with, because sometimes the messages that I get, they don't always come out the way that I intend, but I hope that makes sense to somebody. And they don't like just how influential. Yeah, you guys have people around you that just kind of have a heavier influence on this connection than what this person likes. You may have worked with this person or met this person through work. And again, I'm getting that physique stuff. Like, it's almost like this person loved to pick you up. Like, they could physically, like, carry you, and they loved doing that. They just loved your physique. But they're scared. They are so, oh my gosh, they're just about as in their head about you as you are with them. Like, you want to talk about negative thinking. This person is really thinking, yep, that confirms that, actually. Troubles ahead, putting thoughts in my mind. It's almost like you guys are mirroring each other when it comes to just negative thinking about the connection. Because this person's very fearful that they're going to lose you or that you're already involved with someone else. There's like some sort of fear here. A big fear that they're not going to be able to fix this. And as your outcome, one of you is going to reach out to the other one. One of you is going to reach out to the other one. And because both of these, we've got a feminine energy and a masculine energy. And this is, like I said, this is going to be like a small offer, you know, like, hey, let's go have some drinks or something like that. And even this guy, like, he doesn't have, he's just like got almost like a, what is that, like a pear? I don't even know what that is. He's just got a little something in his hand that he's trying to offer her. This person might also be moving at the speed of molasses, like slow as shit towards you. Granted, Taurus tends to be more cautious of a mover as well, so you might be moving very slowly towards this person as well. However, this indicates communication. I don't know how many communication cards you guys pulled, but there's a lot of indication of communication. And I feel like it's going to be some sort of community setting where you get to talk with this person or get to meet up with this person. As far as, like, you guys have mutual friends or like a specific hangout where, like, you guys used to hang out together a lot, like a certain place or certain people. I hope that makes sense. And it really was me, not you. Oh, so this person is just like in fear. I remember the good time. I still remember the good times we shared. I don't know if I'm cut out for this. See, you both are so, like, fearful. You both are so fearful. Something happened, though, that just, like, tore this down. Like, just tore it the freak apart. Soulmate. Oh, I'm so sorry I ghosted you. Now I'm afraid to reach out to you. This person could have just, like, dropped you for somebody else and didn't even like give you any type of inclination on like what was going on. And that's for some of you, not all of you. Oh, ghosted is probably one of the worst things you can do to somebody, just because you can't, like, the feelings that occur from that, you can't actually tie it to a certain event or like a certain conversation. So it's painful, but you can't like attach it to anything. And that's like the worst part about being ghosted. Roller coaster. So again, like keeping up with the Kardashians. This was like up and down all around. Too much loss in my past. I don't know what healthy looks like. Oh, wow. Did this person, maybe, oh, was this you or your person, Taurus? Did your person lose somebody? Like, did they actually lose somebody, or did they just get hurt a lot in their past? I'm coming back to you this week? Oh, man. This week, Taurus. Keep that in mind, this week. That's what that says, this week. There's a lot you still don't know about me. Yeah, I concur. I think that you've been dealing with some smoke screens with this person. I miss our lovemaking. I can't move on from this. Don't change who you are. That's why I love you. Oh, see, it's important for you, Taurus, for the month of February to get back to the things that you really enjoy doing. Like, discover your life purpose. I think that this person really liked, again, your vulnerability and who you really are, but it's almost like you stopped doing the things that you really enjoyed doing, whether it be for this person or like just to fit in or so. I don't know. Only you know. I know you're tired of waiting. We will be together soon. I hate how distant we are. Oh, Taurus, that was a really great reading. I really hope that for those of you who want this person to come back, that they, that they will this week. I mean, that was pretty, typically I don't draw really, really specific cards like that. So for those of you who have been wanting that, I hope that that happens for you and manifests. But otherwise, if this video resonated with you, Taurus, if you could please give it a thumbs up. I love you guys so much. I wish you the best February you can possibly have. Be sure to think more positive thoughts and to forgive yourself and forgive the connection so that you can bring in room for something that makes you truly happy. I love you guys so much. Bye for now.